7-2.
Oh, I was actually really interested in the expected goals here.
How is this possible?
I don't know, man. I guess I just don't get expected goals. One thing I do get is our World Cup winner, the champion, Frank Leboeuf, joining us.
People got upset.
What's that?
I mean, you can take the blame for this. I mean, there are people out there, if you rubbish expected goals, will literally wet themselves.
Right.
So I'm just saying, expect the unexpected.
Right. Okay, Frank, I don't know if you expected this. 9 goals, 2 red cards. This was a crazy game.
It was a very, very exciting game, and it was kind of a little, what we say in France, little promenade for Paris Saint-Germain. That's so easy peasy for them. I mean, when they want to speed up and put one gear up, they kill the opponent. I mean, they had like 12 minutes where they got a little bit sloppy, got 2 penalties, 1 red card, and when they decided to go back into the game, they score 3 goals in 7 minutes. That's insane. That's how talented they are offensively, but I have to say that they're quite solid. I mean, Zabani was kind of the weakest link today, and when he went out, where they were 11 against 10, they were 10 against 10, and they finished the game in 6 minutes. I mean, it's amazing to see that team. I mean, I heard Ali and Craig saying maybe for Arsenal, it's a season where they can win the Champions League. Well, remember what happened last year, and remember that Paris Saint-Germain is still there. I mean, they beat a team, yes. Ten Hag was there, yes. They aren't the Bayer Leverkusen that we used to see. But a year and a half ago, that was an unbeaten team, only losing once in the Europa League final, against Atalanta. But otherwise, you know, we are talking about Paris Saint-Germain without Marquinhos today. Neves, Fabian Ruiz, and Dembélé didn't start. And they were 4-1 halftime. That's amazing what I see. I mean, the way they play, the young players came on, and by Wayne Emery is becoming the player that he was like 3 years ago when he was 17 years old. That's insane what we see. The talent that they have, the way they compose together, the way they involve together, the implication that they have all together. Luis Enrique made that team being a masterpiece.
Yes.
Let me just say, we did not sit here and talk about Arsenal winning the Champions League. It was the way you phrased the question.
Are you blaming me?
And we also talked about PSG. Yeah. Now I understand Frank probably went and had a cup of coffee, because I wouldn't want to sit through the first 40 minutes of this programme either if I wasn't on it. Right? But at no point are we suggesting Arsenal are a better side than Paris Saint-Germain when they have all the players fit.
No, I didn't say that they were better. You said that it was a season that they couldn't win the Champions League, and it was more coming from Ali, I have to be fair to Craig, saying that's the year for Arsenal to maybe win the Champions League. And you can go backwards. I remember jumping a little bit because I think Paris Saint-Germain is much right now better than any other team, and not only the Gunners.
First of all,
sitting there, man.
That's fired.
If there were ever a season, all I said, if there were ever a season for Arsenal to not complain about their lack of depth, it was this season. And it takes depth to win the Champions League. So if there were ever a season for them to think that they're capable of doing, it would be this season. It has nothing to do with PSG, and it is not in any way taking anything away from, anything taken away from PSG. This is what I would say. If Frank's argument for PSG, if the best argument that he can make is that they beat Bayer Leverkusen, and he's saying because a year and a half they were unbeaten in Bundesliga, then you have not been paying attention. All of Bayer Leverkusen is gone. Right. The manager gone. Basically, the whole starting squad is gone. So Bayer Leverkusen is not the standard. If PSG go on to win Champions League, it's because of the talent of PSG. Let's not make the conversation about, well, look what they did with Bayer Leverkusen.
Is this the French Jan Agafiotto?
Good Lord.
He comes on here, you say something about PSG, he's getting his knickers in a twist. We say something about Martin Odegaard or Erling Haaland, Jan's jumping, as he did, like Frank.
Frank, defend yourself against this studio-based attack.
No. I have nothing to complain about. I never said that there was a comparison with Paris Saint-Germain. I only heard that would be maybe the season for Arsenal to win the Champions League.
Clean your ears out,
No.
Frank.
You have forgotten to talk about Paris Saint-Germain. Otherwise, you would have never said those words about Arsenal. Because that's going to be right now impossible for any team to win the Paris Saint-Germain.
We'll get the producer.
I don't talk about you.
We'll get the producer when he puts his pizza down. We'll get the producer at some point, maybe to clip it up where we said they could come up against PSG and get knocked out.
Do you guys agree with his?
This is what I expect from viewers.
Right.
I expect
Not
the viewer.
a World Cup.
I expect the blinkered approach from the viewer with the earmuffs on, not listening.
Calm down. You said it. No problem. And I'm targeting my favorite Venezuelan player of the century. The 100% guy who said if there is a season to win the Champions League for Arsenal, it's this season. What?
Hold on. And is that from the perspective of Arsenal, though, Frank? Is that an inaccurate statement from the perspective of Arsenal, not from the perspective of PSG?
If you believe PSG is as good as Frank thinks they are, then yes. Another win for Manchester City, another goal for Erling Haaland. That's 15 in 11 games across all comps so far this season. Frank, you had a keen eye on this one. Was it as comfortable as maybe that scoreline suggests for Manchester City?
Yeah, that was quite comfortable because they made it comfortable. I mean, that's the first time that I see a very compact Manchester City team. I think it's been a while since they won a Champions League game away from home, and they deserve 100% that win, even if they got scared a little bit at the end with the header on the post from I think it was Vega from Villarreal. But otherwise, they had many other chances to score. We didn't see a lot, Alan. But to say to Jan, don't worry, my man, the guy is still there. He scored a goal, almost scored 2 or 3. He's always a threat. But I want to talk about the skipper, Bernardo Silva. The guy was everywhere, all everywhere. Was working so hard for the team, scoring a goal, and we have to name also Savinho. It was a very good team for very good game, for Manchester City, and they deserve to win.
A third straight clean sheet for Manchester City. Not something you would have expected.
No, I suppose not. But over the weekend, it wasn't so much because they were great defensively, it's because Everton struggled offensively. The spaces were there, and the turnovers were there, and the opportunities to get out in transition were there. In fact, they could have and should have scored a couple of goals in the first half. They did not. We're now looking at a third straight clean sheet, and we want to make this a story. I am not ready to say that Manchester City have turned the corner or are defending well. They are facing lower end opposition, and they are handling those teams in the manner in which they should.
Any thoughts here?
No.
Okay, don't want to talk about Haaland.